Jacobs is in. Touchdown, Packers. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
McManus's point after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw. Gray. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Gray now. Throwing on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Gray. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd down at the Packers' 33-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Looking to throw. Gray. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Throw caught by Musgrave. Oh, what a move. Touchdown, Packers. Luke Musgrave, 37 yards. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like, oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Love looking to throw it. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Now Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Gray setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble in 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Gray. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Chris Christian Watson. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and it is 28-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another run for Gibbs here. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Gibbs on the toss left. Shoves him aside. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
St. Brown in motion right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the Packers' 31-yard line.
Off play action. Gray sliding out of the pocket. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
The 1st-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. 1st down.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2nd and 5. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Well, let's see where they turn on 3rd and goal from the 5.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Operating from the gun. Gray. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams
from 3 yards out.
And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing. Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll snag about 5 yards down in the 32. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Love. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Jacobs again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Josh Jacobs already already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw is Gray. Operating from the gun. Dancing to his left. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Looking to throw. Gray. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They find some open field here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 49 yards.
And the Packers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth.
Now McManus for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Gray. That is caught by Laporta. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions get a bit closer. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Second and 6. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. To throw now. Here's Love. That is caught. And he is going to have the Packers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Love now. Out to his left. This pass caught. It's Dobbs with it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here's Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Love, this is 3rd and goal.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Operating from the gun, Gray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Packers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.